Hello everyone, this video is on treating yourself royally, treating yourself with care and gentleness and respect on the spiritual path. Because sometimes there can be a belief that we need to make things difficult and that the spiritual path requires us to have a certain amount of suffering in order to learn lessons. And maybe we need to be sitting in postures that are really, really painful on the body. And we need to do these Vipassana retreats, which go on for weeks. And even though we have pain in our back and our knees, we just disassociate from that pain and just keep meditating. And this is a cruelty. You're practicing cruelty. This is not correct, compassionate, gentle meditation, which leads to transcendence. That pain can actually block us and distract us from transcending, and we don't need to have it in order to meditate. So I just want to encourage people to take it easy, to sit in a comfortable position. It doesn't have to be cross-legged. Sometimes if you force yourself to sit cross-legged, you can get knee issues, back issues. So meditation doesn't require somebody to sit in a specific asana and a specific position to work. As long as we're comfortable and the spine is straight, maybe you need to have some cushion behind you. And also, if fatigue arises in the system, lay down and have a sleep. Sometimes people go on these meditation retreats and they're exhausted and they don't want to sleep and they force themselves to meditate when all the intelligence in their body is saying just rest, then meditate. And so I remember going on a meditation retreat and some people slept the whole time. And that was correct. That was what was right for their body. And your body always will tell you what you need. And if you need to sleep, sleep. And then when you feel that you've caught up from that backlog of fatigue, then try to meditate, but try in an effortless way. I know that sounds like, oh, how can you try in an effortless way? But give it a go and take it easy and know that nature always supports people that are gentle. The stream, it doesn't fight, it flows. And if there's a rock, it just moves around it. It doesn't go upstream. And so any pain in the body is like going upstream. Any forcing to be in a specific position or to stay awake is like going upstream. And we just don't want to do that. It's just not fun. And also, you want to establish a practice that you want to do daily. And if the body remembers that practice is uncomfortable, it's not going to want to do it. It's going to distract you and maybe say, just go watch Netflix or do something else because it has a memory of it being uncomfortable. And so just old news. It's old news that meditation is difficult. It's old news that meditation requires an uncomfortable position that the body's not used to. Having said that, if you feel a desire that spontaneously arises to sit cross-legged, do so. If a desire to straighten arises, do so. But you don't put the cart before the horse. Just take it easy. The desire to sit cross-legged can arise in time. It doesn't have to be there before you meditate. And also, as we age and we get older, it's just not something that maybe is doable. So if we're going to be lifelong meditators, then we better find a way to be comfortable. And I've done a lot of advanced meditation techniques, and some of these techniques lift you off the ground and you kind of hop along in a full lotus because the energy moves up the spine so fast that you go whoop. But I had to stop doing that for a while because I got a little bit of whiplash in my neck. And so now I do that technique and I feel the energy moving up the spine, but I don't actually allow my body to just hop and jump like that because it needs to heal right now. And so always listening to the body, making sure that you're comfortable when you're sleeping, comfortable when you're traveling, comfortable all the time if possible. And people think, oh, why should I be comfortable? I need to make it a bit harder. And depending on the personality, some people can really thrive off making things difficult. Like swimming across the stream with weights instead of just swimming across the stream without the weights. Probably because they like to tell everybody, hey, it was so difficult, but I succeeded anyway. And the ego gets attached to it and it gets really dramatic. And they tell stories and they put plaques up on the wall. And so great. And yeah, maybe certain personality types are drawn to more difficult meditation techniques. Now, if you're in the minority and you're extreme and you like those difficult meditation practices and they kind of light your candle and you do it because it's difficult, fine, do it as long as you keep doing it. Because with meditation, yes, a little bit of meditation goes a long way, but also the repeated meditation, the daily meditation starts to infuse the physiology with intelligence that it's absorbed from the stillness. And there is a process where you transcend, you enter the stillness has intelligence, you absorb that intelligence and you come out into everyday life. Some of it fades, some of it stays. But if you go back into meditation, you absorb more of it, you come out, less of it fades. And this process of dipping and moving into activity, dipping into the stillness, moving into activity, dipping into the stillness, moving into activity, dipping into the stillness, moving into activity. This repetition starts to have a tempering process that eventually leads to a permanent meditative state in activity. So you can have stillness even though you're in chaos. You can have stillness even though there's change in the relative world. You can have stillness even though there's fluctuations in the mind, changes in the personality. There's always a connection 24/7 to a stillness. And that is very helpful. It allows you to be resilient, less reactive to situations, better at your work, better as a family member, better in so many different areas of your life. So that tempering pays off. And also, the brain changes over time with that tempering process. After 5 years of twice daily meditation, the telomeres change so you can reduce your biological age by up to 15 years. And so that's a good thing. You also age less, your skin glows, you're more sharp intellectually. You gain a connection with an intelligence which knows answers that the mind doesn't know. So there are a lot of positive benefits, and they're just a few. And there are so many. Some people, they come to meditation because they just, they want to dissolve a bit of stress. They want to feel a bit better. They want to, get over some fatigue. But meditation, when you start to transcend, rapidly unfolds higher states of consciousness and enables you to traverse other realms of reality and understand what's going on in the universe. So that's cool. And you can tap into that in subtle ways, and you can tap into that in celestial ways, and everybody's physiology is different. Some people express it in a more intellectual way through contemplation and knowing, through asking questions. Some people, their heart space is more open and they're very devotional. Some people have these incredible cities, abilities. And so everybody's enlightenment is different, it's expressed differently. No two people are going to have the same experiences as meditators. Some might experience just deeper levels of stillness, more calm in their life. Other people might feel connected to things and have nonverbal communication. So everybody's different and it's fun. And, some people meditate and they think not a lot's happening, but there's always something happening. There's always something happening, even when you think there's nothing happening. And so, keeping up the twice daily meditation practice will, over time, get results. It's just like going to the gym. Eventually, you get bigger muscles. It's nothing to do with whether you deserve it or not, or whether your karma is a certain way, or whether you're a special being. It's just a natural process that if you repeat it, you will get results. If you treat yourself royally, if you respect what you take in, you don't, have an overload of chemicals or fry your brain through taking too many drugs or dumb yourself down through intoxicating yourself. If you take care of your physiology and you meditate, these things will just spontaneously unfold in time. And I can attest to this because my clients who have learned a meditation where they transcend and they've done it for a few years, they rapidly make progress. It's just super fast. And every client is different and they all make progress. It just works. So I pray that everybody can find, if it resonates with them, a meditation where it is effortless, where it is easy, where they're able to transcend, where they're able to find comfort and ease, where they spontaneously take care of their body through touching that intelligence that communicates to them directly what the body needs, what the body dislikes. May they become healthy. May they become in harmony with themselves and their environment. Jai Gurudev.